Hey guys, welcome back to Slimefun number 23. This is Boomer and I am your host for the day. And yeah, I'm wearing leather armor. I'm kind of slumming it today. No diamond for me. Actually, we've been working to get moving here on Slimefun. We've been working on a few things. Not a whole lot you can see in there. You might recognize the basic crafting machine inside of Slimefun. However, I just kind of put that there to try to figure out what we were going to do. So let me kind of bring you up to speed here. We did spend a lot, and I mean a lot of time at the grinder. And we have unlocked every basic machine. So the plan is to build, I believe it's everything but the juicer and the makeshift smeltery and the industrial miner. I think we're going to build everything else today, and we're going to start using the advanced industrial miner. Now, I know, and I'm really flattered, there's a lot of people that have been watching the Slimefun series and the tutorials and stuff, and I don't want to skip out on people who aren't familiar with the series or with Slimefun. We unlocked a lot of the technical stuff too. Resources, we unlocked most of them, the stuff that we're going to use in the relative short term. So I am going to assume that anybody that's watching has very little interaction with Slimefun, so please forgive me if some things seem like dumbing down, you automatically know it. I just want to make sure that going forward, everybody understands how this works. And if you do, please just humor me. I want to provide really good content for you guys so that you don't have questions, that I can get them answered, but more importantly, to teach you how to discover the answers for yourself. And I think that's the fun in the mod packs. I'm playing another mod pack called Breakout that I'm doing a series on, where there's 104 mods in it, and I've played with 0 previously. So I'm learning a lot, and I'm having fun because I'm getting to discover something new in Minecraft. Granted, it's not the original vanilla Minecraft, but so what? Neither is Slimefun. So it's the art of the discovery. It's learning, and that's where I get fun in a game, is learning how to do new things. Now, by any means, I am not the best builder in the world. I am not by far the best YouTuber in the world, and never will be. That's okay. I get to learn, and that's what makes things fun and better for everybody involved. And the sun's about to go down on my butt, and I'm sitting out here in the middle of the yard. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to I should have probably brought my bed with me. I am going to take a nap here in game. I'm going to just real quick turn it back in a day. Oh, by the way, I'll show you this real fast. We have an iron golem farm. I have 3 villagers in there with 3 beds. I locked them up so that I can make a villager breeder later. But they also do spawn iron golems at night. That's kind of a nice thing. When zombies, if I go up there and I stand up on a roof and zombies spawn, I can actually get golems to spawn, which in turn, whoops, I can't use that to access the chest, which in turn gives me my basic circuit boards. So I have an option right now. Now granted, you've got to stand on top of 3 or 4 blocks to kill an iron golem without them killing you, but that's kind of cool. I don't want to house this building that I'm about to build out in the open here, because we still have no lighting, we have no electricity, we don't even have running water or an outside bathroom yet. So having this here doesn't do me any good. I want to encase it. So I've got a basic building design I'm going to put up. I want to get it built so I have something to house all these machines to start with. And then as time goes and we realize we need to expand, we're going to do our best to get as creative as possible, creating buildings designed for specific purposes. We'll have a room for the carbon auto furnaces. If you're not familiar with that, it smelts things at 20 times normal speed and has a much greater fuel efficiency, and has a bonus option where you can get additional items simply just by using it. We're going to have a different room for the ore grinders. We're going to have a different building for every type of spawner we put together. We're going to have an insane amount of stuff in here. The first thing I truly do want to have that's up and running and going outside of the building is the industrial miner, and that's where I want to focus on for our first conversation this morning in basic machines. When you look at the advanced industrial miner, It's 2 diamond blocks, a blast furnace, 2 pistons, and a chest. Nothing fancy. But before I even get to that, let's talk about what is a multi-block. This confuses the hell out of a lot of people. I can't begin to tell you in a previous server I used to play and in the comments how frequently I see what is a multi-block. So let's first of all clear out what that is. It is something you build. You build this recipe exactly as it's laid out. So imagine these 3 by 3 here in the center. Okay, imagine that as a crafting on your workbench. You know that in the 3 by 3 crafting area. But instead of being in a crafting workbench, you physically build it. So I would start by placing a diamond block, a blast furnace, and a diamond block in that order next to each other. On top of the diamond block, I place a piston sticking face up. On top of the blast furnace, I put a chest. And on top of this diamond block, I place a piston facing straight up. So it should look like this. The reason I want to get this one going, this is so much easier than mining. Okay, this is where, and you can move this. This doesn't have to stay in one place, because once you've mined an 11 by 11 chunk, you're done. I'm sorry, let me rephrase, 11 by 11 area, not a chunk is 16 by 16. So if I place this down, centered on the miner, an 11 by 11 area. So 5 to the left, 5 to the right, 5 forward, 5 back. From wherever I place it down to bedrock by putting either lava, fuel, or a bucket of oil, it will mine all the ores underneath it. Now each one has a limit because it lasts for so long. So if I put in a bucket of lava, it will mine 96 ore blocks. Now if there's 174, I'll need a second lava block. The only way to find out is to put another lava block in it. If I have fuel, well, I can get a whole lot more, but for anybody who's played the game, getting fuel is expensive. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of geo mining, and you got to convert the buckets of oil into fuel. It's an expensive process, and given the fact that unless you're in a ocean biome, you only get between roughly 6 and 8 buckets of oil out of every chunk. This is why when we start doing chunk mining, we're going to go out to the ocean, because you tend to get 70 to 72, 74, somewhere in that range, buckets of oil. So for our initial fuel source will be lava buckets. We do actually have another portal up. It's behind the house back that way, behind our home base. We did go to the nether because we needed to get some netherrack so we can make some of the basic machines. And I did have to get a couple of quartz for comparators. I'm gonna have to go back. I didn't get enough because I want to build a sorting system at the skeleton farm, just automatically sorting out bones, arrows, and the extra bows that we're going to chunk. So anyways, long story short, the industrial miner is the first thing we're going to build outside of the building, but I do want to get the building to house everything. So this episode, my goal is to take you through every basic machine, how to build it, what they're used for. This is not going to be anything that's going to be automated. This is simply how to get started. Remember, we're in day 2. Well, not really day 2, but episode 2. Essentially, we might as well just call it episode 2 because it is, even though it's number 23. I'm rambling. So I'm going to build a building, and then I'm going to come back on, and we'll go through all of these basic machines. We'll see you in just a little bit. Hey guys, so we're back. We've got our first industrial building up and running. So I want to kind of get an idea and see how it feels. But inside the building, because we've been grinding skeletons like crazy, I've got almost 2 full double chests of bones. We went with the bone block floor to it, and then we went in the nether and pulled out a bunch of glowstone. The other thought I had was to try to hang from the ceiling would be chains with lanterns, but given, you know, how high they've got to be, probably at the 4th layer, my thought was there was going to be so many I didn't even try it. Now this may change. I may come in here and carpet this. It's an industrial building though, so I don't know if that's the right, you know, feel to it. But this is where we're going to house all of our Slimefun basic machines to begin with. Now I know Believe it or not, this actually is centered. There's 2 blocks gap on that side, 2 blocks gap on that side. It's just this wall which makes it feel like it's not, but it actually is centered in the building. So I've got a ton of materials to bring in here. And again, I'm still kind of liking the idea of the chains and lanterns just to give the ceiling some light. We don't have to necessarily pay attention to it being in the floor. My other thought was I might sink these down 1 layer and then put glass above it. I don't have silk touch at the moment, so that means I'm going to lose some. I'm going to have to go back to the nether and get some more glowstone. But I think what I want to do right now is go get all materials. Oops. The other new thing I'm doing in a series, this is the first time in a long time I've even attempted to play Minecraft without using a laptop or a touchpad. I mean, this is the first time I've really tried it with a mouse. So I am kind of struggling a little bit getting used to it. I've played on a trackpad for essentially since day 1, and I've almost never used a mouse. So we've got all my materials assembled to make, I believe, the 14 basic machines that we were going to start with. I just got to get it all over there. You also notice as we've been cleaning up, we're starting to get some of the Slimefun plants, which for now we're going to add into here. I'm just going to kind of clear out some of the, ooh, whoop, I want that. Oh, we're out of room. I guess I don't need those last 2 anyways. So let's just go ahead and kick these out. Yeah, I'm going to, well, let's see if I have room for the dirt. Anyways, here we go. So let me grab all this stuff. And we're going to get back over there and start building everything. Whoops. Man, I stink at this. Okay. So I believe that's everything we need to craft all the basic machines we want. The exception is, and I may have to build it 4 times inside of the building if I want to use the building to mine ores. So the advanced miner will probably do, yeah, maybe we'll do it, we'll see. So let's start talking about basic machines. I didn't create any output chests, we'll come back to those. So the enhanced crafting table, actually I've got sitting outside, I need to go get that. Let's go ahead and pick that up real quick. Whee! Come on, Boober, get it right. Oh, no. Man, I tell you, this is really going to take me some time getting used to. There we go. There it is. Oh, sun's setting, so we better hurry up. Okay. Let's get back in. Maybe I'll just put a pressure plate on the inside, make that a little bit easier. Alright, so we're just going to work our way around. So the basic crafting workbench I want to put up against this wall. So let's get a crafting table, and let's put the dispensers down here too, because we know we're going to go through a ton of these. Here's how you know you've got it right. If you click on the crafting table, and it says, I could not recognize the recipe, you have successfully built the first and most important basic multi-block in the game. That's it. You place down a dispenser, you put a crafting table above it. Now you have a Slimefun crafting table. And how it works, again, is you put all the items per the recipe in the dispenser, click on the crafting bench, and then you'll come back in here and you'll see your new item. Now the recipe has to be exact as it's laid out in the Slimefun guide. And remember I talked about that 3x3 in the center of the guide? Right? So if I wanted to craft a reinforced furnace, these 9 blocks have to match up identically inside of this dispenser. If there's only, let's say, 6 items in a recipe, and it's just these 6, it's got to be the bottom 6. You can't use the middle and top. It's got to be the bottom. Now, there might be 1 or 2 where that's an exception, but that's not going to be the rule, unless something's been updated in Slimefun recently that I'm unaware of. All right, so let's keep moving. We have our enhanced crafting table. Grindstone, we're going to use a lot of grindstone. So the dispenser facing up and a fence. So let's put some of those fences. What is he doing in here? I fired him. You are a lousy housekeeper. Why are you in my room? I told you, you're fired. Get out before I call the police. Anyways. So we need a dispenser facing up, right? Okay. And then we need ourselves a fence post. So you put the items in a dispenser. Here's how you know that you've built it right. You're getting that same message. That's how you can tell that you have an active machine. Now, hopefully you've built the right machine, but that's how you know Slimefun has said, yes, this machine is active because it doesn't recognize a recipe. Well, there's no recipe in here. We'll definitely be using a lot of grindstones. And I think I'm going to come back and put signs in here and label each one just to make sure we all understand what we've got. Okay, Armor Forge. We won't be using a lot of the Armor Forge, but we still need it. So this one's going to go in a corner. And we need to put the anvil. No, let's leave those down here. So by putting the anvil again, right click on it, put them in. So you'll notice it's not a vanilla anvil anymore. I can't come over here and use this to add enchantments to items. Why is he bugging me? Seriously, dude, go get a life, okay? Now, I do want to keep room in here for the chests. When we're talking about the output chests, they have to be next to the dispenser. So I'm going to put one on the left over here for this one on the left for that one on the left for that one. Now, you know, actually in looking at this, I want to space this out a little bit more. We've got the room. We've got the wall space. I'm going to take this one out. And I'm going to move it. Of course, he's in my way. Number 9. Okay. So we're going to leave 2 spaces in between each machine. This one I'll, we'll just leave it. Dude, no photobombing. Why don't they listen? Why do Endermen not listen? All right. We need an ore crusher. So we need 2 iron bars, a dispenser facing up, and a nether brick fence. So let's build it. We need this, the shovel. We do need nether brick fence. All right. So I want to leave room. Now think about this though. The dispenser in this one is in the middle. So I either have to put the chest behind it or in front of it. So we're going to put the iron bars here and here. We're going to put the, make sure it's got to be a facing up dispenser, right? Yeah, facing up. Okay. There we go. And another brick fence. So in this case, our output chest will go in front. The other option would be to turn this and have the iron bars in the wall and on this side. And that way I could access it from the side. I'm not too worried. And, do whatever works for you. Okay, the compressor. Mainly we're going to be using this for a couple of different items off the bat. Long term, our carbon press will be one item that we'll use, and then we'll use an automatic compressor as well. We need 2 pistons side by side, another dispenser facing up, and another brick fence. So let's grab our pistons. And given the room that we have, yeah, we can do this. We can go here, here, dispenser, nether brick fence, click on the fence. There we go, we've got it. So now, sorry guys, I'm still struggling with this keyboard a little bit. So the compressor, that'll be our initial compressor we start working with. What's next? The smeltery. We're not going to do the makeshift, we're going to do real smeltery, but we also want to set up the automatic ignition chamber. What we need to do, and I don't think I've crafted that yet, I think I just have the materials and I haven't crafted it. The automatic ignition chamber, when we load it with flint and steel, and it's going to look like a hopper if I remember right, and that's why I don't see it in my inventory, it will automatically throw flint and steel in here as they go out, and it'll keep it lit. So to craft this, it's 4 iron ingots, a basic circuit board, an observer, and a flint and steel. So let's come in here. We need 4 iron ingots, flint and steel, our basic circuit board. Something tells me I have this wrong. Yep, absorber at the bottom. Okay. So that goes up there. Our observer comes down here. If the recipe's right, we'll see nothing on the screen. Automatic ignition chamber. So we're actually going to, I wish he would get out. Would someone call the police and ask that guy to be escorted out? Remember, we're going to have an output chest here, so I want a little bit of room. Now the smeltery also has to go 1 block up for initial, the initial layout, because we were going to start by manually igniting things. So we're actually going to put the smeltery up a block, right? Grab our nether bricks. Boom, boom. Let's go back here and get the full recipe. Dispenser facing up above that with another bricks above that even. We're going to have to pick that up because we need that for another recipe. Okay. And another brick there. Let's pick those up off the bottom. You know, oh, I know I brought a pickaxe with me. Alright, now let's go around back and attach our automatic ignition chamber right to the dispenser. And of course, it's facing a different direction. Alright, let's just go behind it then. Right? Give me those stone bricks. Or smooth stone. Yeah, let's do that then. I'll crouch down. It is facing east. Perfect. Okay, we got it. Good. The trickery sometimes of placing these blocks. Alright, so what we do then, to use the automatic smeltery, we put it on our items that we're going to smelt into ingots. We have to put flint. Don't look at me. I'm self-conscious. Don't look at me, dude. We got to put flint and steel in there, and then initially we're going to ignite that. Now, oh, you know what? I think I have animations turned off, don't I? Oh, I do. How about we turn them on? There we go. That looks better. Can we ignite his butt on fire? Yeah, there we go. Get him out of there. Where is he? Alright, he finally left. I get really self-conscious about enderments. So we'll put an output chest in here. We'll load flint and steel in there. So when it's time, we started that fire, that will keep it going. So when I need to take, let's say, a stack of gold dust, I just simply right-click the heck out of that thing, and that'll keep that going. All right, we're doing good, guys. Let's keep moving. So now we have the makeshift smeltery lets you do just ingots, whereas this smeltery will let you take ingots and make recipes, which we're going to need to do in the beginning anyways. We've made the automatic ignition chamber, so our first row is done. The pressure chamber. This would be turning carbonados, raw carbonados into carbonados. So when you look at this one's a little bit more involved. 4 pistons, 2 smooth stone slabs, a dispenser facing down for the first time, glass, and a cauldron. So let's get those items that we need here. Get out of my inventory. There we go. So we need the cauldrons. We need the stone slabs. We've got the pistons, and we need the glass block and the dispenser. Right? And actually, I want this in my inventory. I want to take one more look. Okay. Piston, 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 piston. Stab, slab, slab. Dispenser facing down. Yeah. Now we want to also leave room for the chest. So let's do that. Yeah, it's 2 blocks away. All right. Piston, piston. Piston, piston. We're doing good. 5, 6. Now the dispenser upside down will be a little bit easier because we can just go like this. Get right up on it. There's our downward facing dispenser. Glass. Cauldron. Whoops, why did I do that? Okay. Put your items in a dispenser. Click on a cauldron. You'll see some smoke appear in a glass. and then the items will be ready in the dispenser. And we're going to put the output chest in front of it. So it'll be up there actually. All right, so far so good. We got all our machines going. Let's keep looking here now. The magic workbench. This won't get used a whole lot. Magical armor. And I'm trying to remember what else would go in here. You know, it's not important right now. Let's get it built. This one's real simple, right? Bookshelf, crafting table, dispenser facing any old way. So bookshelf, crafting table. Whoops, that's food, not a crafting table. Boomer. And then our dispenser. So we'll put the output check. Actually, I'll probably put the output chest over here. Slimefun boots. We'll definitely, or slime boots. No fall damage. So we'll definitely make those in here. All right, so if we're going to put output chest here, let's now move over to the right wall. The ore washer, we're going to use this a lot in the beginning. Dispenser does not need to be facing up. So we need our cauldron, we need our fence, chest. Do I want to put this one in a corner? I think so. And then our dispenser. Oh, there we go. Okay. Click on the fence. We got it. We'll put the output chest up there. Okay. We're making our way in the world today. Takes everything you got. Oh, boomer. Okay. Table saw. Iron block. 2 smooth stone stabs and a stone cutter. Why would I want a table saw? This is a newer item in the game, actually. The table saw will give you 8 planks for a log instead of 4. So if you're going to build a ton of planks that you need for whatever it is, making chests, making a building, making a floor, come over to the table saw and put the sucker together. All right. So we start with our block of iron. Let's go here. Let's take our stone cutter, number 4, and our 2 smooth stone slabs. Boom, boom. There we go. Whoops. Pick that up. Okay, so we've got a Slimefun machine. Awesome. Okay. Next. That'll be nice. 8 planks in 1 log. Works with all types too. The composter, we're going to use this a little bit, especially when we need sulfate or sulfate, excuse me, in the very beginning. Eventually, there's a machine that automates this. For those of you who played old school Slimefun, or your server did not have it, we've got it here. So no more me running, 100 androids creating cobble, dispensing it into a carbon auto furnace, dispensing that into my inventory, smacking it up against a composter. We're going to be able to fully automate Slimefun's sulfate. Hopefully that just got a few of you going, oh, no way. Yeah, we can do it. Okay, cauldron and 6 slabs. Hey, I just got notified that I have a message. Awesome. All right, cauldron. Guys, Boomer's having a moment. We have to craft it. And something tells me that I actually need to, I thought at first maybe I needed to craft that table saw as well. There we go. We do have a different texture pack than I had previously used, and actually the for 1.16.3 so far I've only been able to find 1 texture pack that works. I'm optimistically trying to get into this one. I'm not 100% with it yet, but it's working. I mean, I was hoping for a little bit more. Like for example here, if I pull up the resource pack or resources, right? The ingots, those are a different color, as are the dust, and that's what I was looking for, was the main thing. We'll see how it works though. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. Yeah, no, that's about right. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, panning machine. We are definitely going to use a lot of panning machines. We'll put this one over here to give us some room, and we need a trapdoor. And that's it for this one, guys. Whoops. I keep doing that. Boomer's just not getting adjusted yet, am I? Just hit it right on the trapdoor. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about, you know, converting, you know, when you do the process of going stone to netherrack to sulfate manually, we're not going to have to eventually not have to do that anymore. What's left? Okay, the industrial miner, we're going to do the advanced outdoors. We are going to make our crucible. So we need 6 terracotta and a flint and steel over here. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flint and steel. Now we have our crucible. So now we can make lava, which we're going to need. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is why I need to label it. Composter, crucible. Composter, crucible. This is why I'm questioning parts of the texture pack, and maybe I might just go through and edit it myself. But we've got the 2 different basic machines, but it's the exact same texture pack. I don't know. I guess I would have hoped that that would have been something that the texture pack creator would have caught. Same thing here with the composter. So maybe I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll go CR for, or composter do, I'm sorry. Crucible, composter, and whatever the other one was. Now I'm getting myself confused, right? Okay, we got the crucible, we have the composter, and we have the painting machine. So maybe I'll do CO on one, you know, CR on the other, and AP on the third. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then the last one we're going to make, the juicer. Like I said, I'm not a big juicer fan, but I promise you we will go through everything in Slimefun, so we will go through everything. So we need a dispenser up, nether brick, fence, and glass. So this will be the last one we put in. So dispenser facing up, another brick, and a pane of glass. We have a juicer. So guys, all of our machines have fit in here. Now we are going to add one more. Not today, but the one we're going to stick in this room, I want everything in here manually and I want it protected, is the ancient altar. For those of you who, if you've never used the ancient altar, that's where we're going to get our ruins from. And that's one of the more time-consuming things that we're going to hopefully not have to do a whole ton of, but I'm expecting it. Just because we're going to do the elemental staffs, because you can fly with them without an elytra. With an elytra, it's even cooler. But it's not as controlled as an elytra, but it still let us fly long distances. But we'll talk about that in a later episode. So I'm going to go get some signs. I'm going to come in and label all these so we all, including Boomer, don't get confused in what we're looking at, because I just don't like this. Anyways, guys, that's it. We've completed all the basic machines. Let me know what you think. If there's anything I can do to make the building look a little bit better, a little bit more industrial. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through, though, and make some chains and add lanterns to the ceiling just to give it light in the ceiling. I'm not too sure I like having 2 layers of stone bricks up there. That may change. But we've completed basic machines, so this is what's going to help us get started. We're going to be spending a lot of time here early in the game in this building. If you're new to the channel, you've been watching for a while and you haven't considered it yet, how about hitting that subscribe button for me? And let me know what you think, guys. I really appreciate your feedback and you taking the time to watch. And as always, when we're playing Minecraft, you gotta go Boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.